The rich get richer myth. This is one that we hear all the time. Thankfully, Chelsea Follett from humanprogress.org wrote an article titled High Turnover Among America's Rich. Going to the science, as the progressives love to tell us, she says some 94% of Americans who reach top 1% income status will enjoy it for only a single year. Approximately 99% will lose their top 1% status within a decade. Now, consider the top 400 US income earners, a far more exclusive club than the top 1%. Between 1992 and 2013, 72% of the top 400 retain that title for no more than a year. Over 97% retained it for no more than a decade. Excellent work for Human Progress, smashing the statist myth that always justifies further and further state intervention. To which people will almost always respond, well, you could never spend all that money. Why is it okay for someone to have it? As if it's under a mattress, as if it's not being invested and given out in the form of loans by banks or anything, or in the stock market. Here is how Jason Brennan responds to this criticism.
There's these arguments that basically say if you're rich, you should give it all away because how can you live high while other people die? And one of the things I do with that is to point out that the reason some of us are living high is in part because we haven't worked on this attitude of you just need to give it all away. So it is true that there are people that are starving right now and you could save them. There are people who are blind and you could save them. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think it is worth helping some of these people in these circumstances. But the reality is the why don't we give it all away attitude has never put people in a position where they're in a position to help. Right. Back in 1971, the philosopher Peter Singer writes a paper arguing that you should give away almost all of your income to help others. And basically, no one listens to Peter Singer. And as a result, South Korea goes from being a poor country to being a rich country in 25 years because people didn't listen to him. And instead, they bought VCRs and cars and stereos and other kinds of things. So it's important to recognize that trade and investment are the things that actually liberate people to be rich and put them in the position to wonder how much they should help people. The let's help everyone it's like that never actually succeeds in lifting a country out of poverty. It never actually succeeds in creating prosperity. What it does do is stop people in some cases from starving to death. And we should be aware that that's all it really does.